deep in an underground secret Pacific Island lair, Pop Culture Minefield presents Saturday Morning Funtime. This is the Comic Relief Crusader telling you to get your morning cereal ready, because here we go.
Good morning, it's Saturday morning somewhere.
Good morning.
It's Saturday morning somewhere. And it is another weekend, a wonderful day. And where did Anima go? She was with us. Now she's on.
She's still there. She just got.
Oh, she's got my face.
Yeah, she finally morphed into you.
It was only a matter of time. Hey, is my mic too loud, or is it like I know? Because some days you guys are like.
It's perfect.
Okay, good. All right.
So, yeah, Anima and I've been rewatching it with Anima, and we are up to episode 7. I said that's enough to actually have an opinion about the show.
Oh, you haven't finished the show?
I have.
Oh, okay.
Anima hasn't.
Oh, okay.
No, I've watched it now twice.
Okay. It's so good.
I very much enjoy this show. This is some of the okay. Now we've lost Anima.
No, I haven't been this excited for one of your shows.
Control, we have lost Anima. Control, we have lost Anima.
Earth to Anima. Come in, please.
Earth control to Anima. It's a joke.
See, I was getting roasted in there by my girl, and then Six was like, "Oh, can we watch you guys make out?" And then nothing. Crickets chirping. But she is at work, so she's probably popping in and out.
Well, Six is here. Six, are you wanting to join us today? I see you got your new laptop. It really sucked she had to miss joining us on Thursday to talk about The Rig.
Was that Thursday?
Yeah, it was Thursday.
Okay.
We went through the whole show. Just, damn, baby. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see, who's all here? Dr. Shadow Dragon. Why do I suspect that that's Dr. Dragon?
Who is Jeremy Boring? And is that his real name, or is that just like somebody's trolling, like calling?
Am I lagging?
The Daily Wire guy.
Am I lagging?
Nope.
I don't think so. Why?
Because you guys are lagging for me.
You are a little bit annoying. Yeah.
All right.
No, I don't see him lagging.
I don't either. So interesting.
Yeah. Well, But anyway, you and Martin both were digitally breaking up for me the whole time I've been here. So I get concerned that it might be me. It's me.
Six says she hasn't watched Tulsa King, so.
Oh, she hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah, that's what.
So let's see. We've got who else here? We got Dr. Shadow Dragon 6. That's Sagacious 6 or Jedi 6, but no matter how you go about it, it's 6. Cece is here. Monkey Jeebus. Hello, Monkey Jeebus. Thank you. Come again. Alex Moore, Dragon Ruse, and Jordy Lyons. Glad everybody's here. Hope everybody's
Shanatsky's here.
Well, you didn't have it in the thing. So.
Shanatsky.
Oh, now it is. There's Shanatsky. See, I'm getting a lot of digital breakup with you guys, and so it's got me worried. But Saturday morning, and we're going to talk about every week. We're going to be talking about either a show or a movie that we really, really like.
See, I like this so much better. Than
the whole idea is to turn Saturdays into more of a fun thing, and focusing on positive, proactive things instead of all the negative shit that goes with entertainment.
Amen. I mean, it is called Saturday Morning Fun Time, so we got to keep it fun and light.
Thanks for your vote of confidence, Danny.
What are you talking about? I'm excited. This is awesome.
I know I'm being a dick.
I'm so naive. I can't.
Yeah, I wish you had seen it 6 because I'd really like to get you on here. But Thursday, even though we're going to be talking about the new season of Vox Machina, I want to spend the first half hour to hour talking about The Rig again, so we can have 6 give her opinion, however long it takes, half hour or an hour. I don't care. So I want to get her opinion on that show. So glad everybody's here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was laughing at her most recent comment.
I will never not laugh when Gary says monkey's
no.
name. Yeah.
No,
It's
the one
so
under that.
racist.
The one under that. The one under that.
Saturday as a fun thing. I like that. The rest of the week, you guys are like root canal.
Right? Hey, Anima's back. Hey, Anima.
Yay!
Yeah, thank you. I can let myself in now, but I don't know how to put myself in my place. My laptop decided to shut down just as I entered the studio.
Oh, was it not plugged in? Did you forget to plug it in?
Yes, and I didn't forget it. One of the cats went crazy and unplugged it, and I didn't
unplugged
see.
it. Yeah.
And I didn't see it was unplugged.
When you say crazy, I immediately know it's Amelia. If they
suppose.
just sit on it or knock it down, I know that's Loki because he's a dick. She's just a cunt, and she's just crazy. She's, just absolutely batshit crazy. I watched her earlier while we were watching the show, and I just watched her like a streak of dark flew across the room and up into the window and then disappeared.
That
And
might be when it happened, and I didn't
and I was
realize
talking to you,
because
and
there's a
I
lot
just
of
stopped
cables on the
talking
slides.
right when it happened. I just stopped talking. I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking shit, that cat was fast.
Yeah, she is.
She's insane. Thank God I don't have to listen to grown men who claim to be conservatives crying about Crowder doing things for money.
I think he's taking shots at the salty nerd because we were over there.
Who is?
Now that was Monkey Jeebus. He was talking those the people who claim to be conservative. He's talking about the panel that's going on right now at Salty Nerd because they still do 10 a.m. Oh yeah, because we were both in there. So like from 10 to 11,
Right.
we were both over there at the Salty Nerd, and they're just talking about shit I don't know anything about. And it's like, yeah, what he was just talking about, this Crowder thing, the boring guy. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about this stuff, so.
I'm uninformed.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, Cece says damn pussy.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy, man.
They're always
crazy.
They're always messing with my computer too, or at least she always blames the cat. I don't know. So.
But
it's not the first time that happened.
And I'm sure that everybody's gonna completely misconstrue this, but I look forward to the day when I get to pet on Anima's pussies. And I said plural because they're kitty cats.
See, you made her hide her face.
I know, she's blushing.
No,
she
I'm
turned
not.
as red as her hair.
Yeah, I don't think it's from blushing.
No, I'm not.
It's from anger.
She's like, I hate love you, Gary. Sometimes I just hate love you.
She's protecting the audience from her death stance.
Sometimes I feel too strong.
Oh, look, I can mute Gary now.
Oh, she's gonna get drunk with power.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
I've
fully
given her all
upgraded
authority.
now.
I've
I
given
got
her
my
authority.
wrench and I got the powers.
Anima,
Yes,
let's
sir.
get started on this show. Let's talk
This
about
is
it a little bit.
look at me. I shared a screen. This is when Anima gets like this is her getting all pumped up. Usually,
I'm gonna kill him. You, I'm gonna destroy you. Yeah,
that's pretty funny, right?
What?
What the fuck just happened?
I don't know.
Just.
I didn't do anything.
No,
I was holding my cup.
He disappeared and we all froze.
What the fuck?
Did I get booted?
I don't know what happened. All I know
Nobody
is
knows what happened.
I went to grab some tissue to blow my nose, and you're gone.
Okay, I was like, whoa, man! I thought he was along with the ride. I was like, okay, shit, okay. Probably technical
right,
difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blame it on the cat.
We'll blame it on Danny. Keith's not here, so it's Danny's fault.
Which Danny?
God
I like
answered
that.
my prayers. Is what happened. You got booted.
Oh, fuck you, Shinatsky.
Susie's like, he done fucked up. It's that moment when the car's in the air, stop. It's like, it's at that moment we knew we was fucked.
I think that what Dork Knight tried to say was something like this.
I was just trying to do that.
I forgot I created that just for Shinatsky.
I just wanted to
Hey,
do that, but I'm
Shinatsky,
just
if you've
slow.
seen the show, you join us, man. Jump on here with us.
This is also new.
Yeah, man. I
Hey,
have
John is in the chat.
John, hey, you're cooking.
Hi, John.
Do you
Yeah,
smell what the wolf is cooking?
the wolf. That's Wolfen. I can't remember. What did you say he's doing? Like Super Bowl? Is that what he's doing?
Super Bowl preparation, I think. Or
Is it Super Bowl
football,
today?
At least football
It'll
preparation.
be Sunday,
Tomorrow.
but I don't. Is this Super Bowl Sunday? Because I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
keep up with that shit anymore. I
I
gave
don't
up
think
money.
so.
No,
I don't think so
either.
because my family would be talking about it. They're all crazy about that shit.
Well,
My
John,
family is.
all I got to say, my friend,
Before
is
we begin, would you like to touch my monkey?
Oh, I missed that one.
Shinatsky, my ulcer hasn't flared up in a while, so you ought to join us. You keeping my doctor, his bills paid. So
yeah.
come
There's
on,
nothing
join
like
us.
those 3:00 morning phone calls where he butt dials me because he's throwing up in a toilet. And I get to listen to 20 minutes of throw up. Oh, I could hang up, but I enjoy listening.
Such a dick.
Now you got me wondering if that really happened because I did throw.
No, you've never butt
Okay,
dialed me.
God.
You've never butt dialed me.
Yeah, Six.
The
We were
fact
just.
alone that you think it's a possibility, Abby, tells
I know
you so much.
I know.
So it's not until February. Okay.
Oh, okay. See, Cece would know. She's big into the football. I'm more of a hockey guy, as you can see. My friend Katie gave this to me for Christmas. She made it at like a wine and craft thing.
Well, I got to tell you, man, I like old school hockey, but I'm more of I like pugilistic sports, MMA, boxing, shit like that.
Bye, Cece. Yeah, get back to
but
work. Get
I
back to
got to
work.
tell you, I went to see an MMA match, and it got ugly in the ring. And halfway through the match, it turned into a hockey game.
Oh, dude.
Oh my God.
Nobody fucking got the joke. Fuck you guys.
You have to
Yeah, and I've heard it the second time and still don't think it's funny.
You have
So-
to go.
You don't fucking have hockey.
Oh, look at this. Monkey
Exactly.
Jeebus. He made is that Anima as Hulk Hogan? I think that's
Don't
Anima.
worry,
What?
don't worry, Jeebus. I'm ignoring that group.
Share it. No.
You want me to share it?
Yeah, if it's got anima, I want to see it.
Okay, hold on.
If anima doesn't want to see it, it's okay.
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
want to
Anima.
see it because I
No,
love
here
Go
your
it
there
face.
and watch it, Gary.
Here it
I
is.
love
Here it
you.
is.
I love your face. I
it
want to
is.
look at things. All right. Hold on.
It's just
You-
never
you-
my face when he does that.
Oh my God, it is you. Oh God.
Fuck you, Jeebus.
Look, man, he spent $49 on that software. He's gonna get his money out of it.
Dude, I'm just I'm a cheapskate. I do the 2 free ones a day that you can do, and I watch the video to get rid of the watermark. That's why I don't have as many as him.
I'm even cheaper. I go to X videos and I don't bother with that shit. I like to watch porn. Cece is here, and
No, she just
Not
left.
anymore.
is she
Yeah,
here
she-
judging you, or she got to go?
Yeah, she just left. She's at work. I was surprised she was in because she's not supposed to be on her phone when she's at work.
You're
Be
being
ready
naughty.
when I get home.
Cece.
We fight. What are we fighting for? Whoa! Now I got to text her. Oh shit!
Oh, that's look.
Smart ass. I think she meant ass.
I had one of those moments in the military when that girl punched me, and I'm like, oh my God, I guess this is Klingon sex. So I'm just telling you,
I used to have an ex who was into that, and I'm so glad.
it really freaked me out. It's like, because she like hit me. I mean, she really fucking punched me, and I let her because I'm like, there's no way she's gonna fucking punch me, and she fucking did, and I'm like, holy shit. So for one weekend, I was a Klingon.
Dude, hey,
I was
don't
in my
know.
20s. It's okay to do it back then.
Yeah. This was in my 20s as well. That's funny. Isn't that weird? There's like like it's
blubber?
just weird.
Blubber.
What?
I don't
Wait,
know what
what?
that means.
Hold on. Let me go back. If she's in Canada, she's into hockey by default. No, she's not in
She's
Canada.
not in Canada.
She's in. It's a country. It starts with a C, just like Canada. It's only different and more of a third world nation. It's
Actually, it starts with an H, but
no.
Croatia starts
in
with
the
an
English
H.
speaking world, it starts with a C. It's Croatia.
Hrvatska. That's a crazy
Okay,
name.
so hey, this is what I was gonna show. Like the whole reason I even saw Monkey Jeebus's Hulk Hogan anima thing was because I wanted to show you guys this and get your thoughts on this because I'm actually pretty hot about this. I think it's
What?
I think
Yeah,
it's
I know.
stupid. I think it's dangerous.
He said
I
he's
think,
hot about this, but he delayed with the hot before saying about this.
Okay,
So it's
so-
like he's saying, "I'm hot." Oh, and about this.
No, I'm like I think this is stupid. So what I did was I retweeted. I don't know if you guys know who Chris Nowinski is, but he runs like the #1 CTE research. You know, he's a Harvard graduate. He's a doctor, and you know, because in wrestling and football, concussions are a thing, right?
Yeah.
And he was showing, and he continues. If you go to the whole thread of this tweet, and I'm going to show the video here in a second. He puts in more comments explaining what happens. But this first guy you're about to see, and I won't show the whole thing. The first guy you're about to
Can
see.
you enlarge the video?
Yeah. Sorry. He seizes up. Remove our things because he does it on the like. You can tell he just got a concussion and probably brain damage. Here it comes.
I don't like this sport.
Now look, like see him on the ground, the way he's clenching his arms, and they'll show his eyes are going to be rolled back into his head here in a second. And this asshole's just running around like, oh look, see his eyes are rolled back into his head. Like this is a fucking TV show on TBS.
It's terrible. I think this is a terrible.
Oh yeah.
terrible
Oh yeah.
game.
Look, and this girl gets knocked so out so
Why?
bad. No, look, when she
Just
gets up,
why?
she involuntarily rolls forward. Like look.
No,
yeah.
she's out.
Yeah.
She's
Dude,
out on her
this is-
feet.
It's not cool. This is Dana White's slap fest. So like the Chris's thing here, he's like, what's next? Who can survive a stabbing? I mean, like I'm pretty hot about this. To be
This
honest
is
with you.
inviting concussions. It really
It
is.
is. No, like
I'm all
It's
for
just
the
stupid.
pugilistic sports because part of that you're training in that is
Well, but-
your defense. Your
Yeah.
defense against the fight. Here, you're just putting your head out there to be hit.
yeah. No, it's stupid, and
No,
that's why. So that's why they have to hold a. I don't know if you noticed, but like they have their hands behind their back and they're holding a towel to help fight the instinctive reaction of blocking the slap. So they just they're just totally getting concussed. Like both of the dude and the chick we saw,
No, it
100%
absolutely
got
is.
concussions.
You
Yeah.
you have to allow yourself to be hit.
Yeah,
And
that's
the whole
just-
idea about the pugilistic sports
Six.
is
We're
trying
telling
to
you how it's
avoid
different.
being hit.
Yeah, we're like that's
I am
just-
explaining the difference. The difference is
Yeah.
it's a skill. You're showing your skill of avoiding being hit and trying to score points. A lot of it's about points.
John.
It's not always
hey,
about the
You're
knockout.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We are only a few degrees away from the running man.
Dude, we have movies and books and video games that are leading,
you say
leading
boobs?
us in that direction.
You hear what you want to hear, Gary.
Yeah, boobs.
Boobs, man.
It's like you guys ever see that clip where she was like, "Hey, I love your teats," and the guy was saying tweets.
Yeah, tweets. I love your
Yeah.
tweets. What?
And she's like, "Wait, what?"
Thank you.
Hey, Kelly Showers in the house.
Mm.
Hey, Keely was
And
also
Peter Venkman
over at,
fans like too. Hi guys,
yeah.
hope you're having a good Saturday.
We're getting a few stragglers, a few people defecting from the Salty Nerd show. So
I had to fix your
We're more
post,
entertaining.
Martin. Make sure before you post to update in case I haven't fixed it yet. And the time is wrong on the Saturday morning. Also remove
The
welcome
date.
and remove Saturday, the second reference to Saturdays
okay,
when we post it.
talk shop afterwards. Six is saying
I'm
some
gonna
really
fucking
good
forget
stuff.
it. I'm gonna fucking forget it.
I like her idea.
Oh,
She
Polly's
says
here.
instead of
Polly,
smacking
hi.
him
You're
in the
dragging her.
face, smack him on the ass with a wet hand. I like that.
No, I
idea
got to
better.
tell you something.
You won't get a concussion that way.
You won't get concussion, and I personally like that one. To even it out, can someone on the panel make fun of Gary's fat ass? Thanks. Hashtag backdoor Gary.
I
He's
think
fat.
the only
He's
person
fat. Is he fat
qualified.
shaming me?
I think the only person qualified to make any comment about your ass
Nope.
is Anima.
No,
right here.
she's not gonna do it.
I know that's
She's
why
hiding.
she disappeared.
But
Oh,
I
we
will
did
not
get
do it on command.
did get a
but
breach.
I will
We got a
do it.
breach
I'm
here.
not a fucking monkey, Gary.
We got a breach.
Of course.
Well,
you do.
that is
Breach.
technically we're talking about then Gary's ass.
Oh my god.
Back door, baby.
Hey, we don't have to play the video.
How dare you!
Okay.
By
So-
the way, did you watch the first 3 episodes yet?
No,
No.
we're saving it because it's Thursday.
My mom has. She's been harassing me about
Oh,
it.
Anna and I have been
that-
trying to get other shows in. We've been watching almost all the episodes. Well, I've seen all of them. Anima's I'm rewatching him with Anima, and she's finished episode 7.
Six needs to get a job pitching reality shows. Oh my God! Like no,
imagine a company that pitches reality shows made up
no, like
with Six and Monkey Jibus.
dude, put Six's thing about the volleyball players up. Oh my God, that's a $1 billion idea right there.
You know, maybe female volleyball players and thongs playing slap ass. That you would be
all over it, man.
Well, they've already got, the football game with sexy girls with like bikinis on. I've never understood that, but it's actually fun to watch because they'll knock the shit out of each other.
Dude, that's your second Scott Steiner reference today, Keely Chow. I mean, I wish I could play the Steiner math promo on here without us getting claimed, because that is the funniest. It'd make us all cry laughing.
Well, you did the Open the Back Door Baby song. Maybe you can do the Scott Steiner without.
I can't do it justice because it's so ridiculous. He's talking about and I always sucked at fractions. He's like, Samoa Joe knows he's got like or what does he say? It's like, normally a wrestler knows they got a 50-50 chance of winning a match. But when you're coming up against Big Papa Pump, the freak dad, booty bad, whatever he says, he's like, you got maybe a 1 in 4 chance. So that's 25%. So then he starts doing like stupid stuff. So you take that 50% and then you minus the 25%. And you got like a less than like -8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
This is really bad because like I fell asleep in the middle of you doing that and didn't realize.
I told you to watch it.
And then I'm like, oh, wait, I'm doing a show.
Yeah, my bad.
It's like, wow, you're right.
Yeah.
So it's too bad we can't play the video. Let's see. No, only one qualified. Fat Steven, he saw Backdoor Gary's ass. No, what he saw was the upper half. And it was one of those moments where I didn't have my glasses on. I was sick as fuck. And we were having a video chat, but I was off camera. And I went to hit what I thought was leave studio. But what I did is I turned the camera on.
Just so you know, I captured Anima's expression while you were telling that story.
Oh, God.
I know that story. It's not the first time I've heard it. So.
Me or Chris's, Danny's story. Mine?
No, Anima confused it.
No, my story or
yeah, my story or Gary's story, damn it.
Gary's story.
Okay, Gary's story. Okay. So yeah, that was so fucking funny because I like noticed all of a sudden I looked up and I went, oh, I'm on camera. And I'm like just sitting there in my shorts, no top on, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? It's like, and I just thought it was funny, so I went like I made that face, and so you could hear Fast go, no.
This is for Paulie. Here we go. Here I have a picture of Gary's back door. If he will share it.
No,
there
please
you go.
don't. Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
I know it's not mine because I have a much better tramp stamp.
Oh my God.
Mine has actual fingers pointing downward. And then a brown finger upward.
Oh.
And Martin, you can be sure if Gary tells a story on the stream, I've already heard it.
But your expression was priceless.
Yeah. Not saying I'm not suffering hearing it again, but I've been exposed already.
Is Gary frozen?
He's either frozen or having a stroke. I don't know.
Okay.
Which actually, I shouldn't make that joke. Did you have the Moderna shot?
He's frozen.
Yeah,
okay.
He's frozen.
Okay, good.
To answer a question earlier, 6, I think. If you mean Thursday, we're going back to Vox Machina, and that's actually John doing most of it because he's the expert.
Yeah, but today we're going to talk about. This was probably. It's weird because I don't know I can't say it was my favorite show of 2022 because it didn't finish until 2023. But it's definitely my favorite TV show in a very, very long time. I'm sure Gary will be back soon, guys. It's probably just internet stuff. And that is Tulsa King, which I will not start because Gary's gone. But man, I cannot wait to. Has everybody here seen it? And like he said that you hadn't seen the last episode, right?
We started last night, and my Wi-Fi died. So
okay,
we
so
picked
you
it
haven't
up
seen
today.
the last two.
Right, yeah.
What about you guys? I saw you, Steven. I saw you on Twitter. You were watching it. Have you finished it yet?
I just finished episode 4 just as the show is starting.
Damn. I don't like.
No,
I
that's
gotta-
still enough. You still have enough that we
Well,
can
I'm going to
talk
spoil
about
the
it.
shit out of it, man.
Oh,
'cause,
that's
like,
the problem. Is the show is going to be talking about the series and why it's worth watching. And
that final.
we got
the
word
finale,
that in November that they were. Now he had shot the ending. Originally, it was supposed to be 8 episodes, but he asked for another episode.
Bye, 6.
And
Bye,
so,
Six.
oh,
Stopping
you got to
by.
go. See
Yeah.
you, 6. See you later. So Stallone asked for an extra episode, and they gave it to him. Just in case if they didn't get renewed, he wanted to have an ending.
Well, this
He thought it
ending
was only
sucks.
fair.
I hope it's not the ending. They're doing a
Well,
season
it's
2,
kind of
right?
an ending because if it ended there, if that was it, and they didn't get renewed, you have an ending. He's, I don't want to
fucked.
spoil it yet.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait
All right.
till later. We're gonna go through the show, but
Give people
the
warning.
good news is that
it
it aired at the end of October, right? It premiered at the end of October,
Yeah, I
1st of
think-
November, and by Thanksgiving, it had already been renewed for a new season. It was greenlit for a new season.
Yes.
And
It
which is
so
great.
good.
And by the way, I left because
Episodes.
my foot slipped and I unplugged everything. Like I just looked up and Anima was
Can't
like,
even blame a cat.
Anima had her eyes rolled up in the back of her head. Like that because of something I had said. You were in half laugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only people saved by that were Martin and Steven because they're both hiding. No, Stallone was very smart for doing that because
Yeah.
there was no guarantee he was going to get another season. This is one thing that Anima and I both complain about, the
Yeah.
cliffhanger endings. We hate that shit. It's like,
Don't
look,
end
man,
fucking season 1 on a cliffhanger unless
Well,
you
it's
know
kind
you
of
get
a-
give us a
it-
finale of some sort.
So then he's even more of a genius because it's also a cliffhanger, but it's a cliffhanger where it could be like
It could be the ending, or
Yeah.
if they get a new season,
Yeah.
because it's a clear cut ending.
It-
What's
it
a
kinda-
cliffhanger is
it just-
why it happened.
We got to stop talking about it because I want to talk about it.
We'll get
So,
to it.
Yeah.
So
Especially the
why is it
relationship with his
watchable
daughter.
even though Stallone is in it?
Yeah, because
That's the
Anima
part.
doesn't like
I
Stallone,
don't
but
like
she
it.
is really enjoying it.
Yeah.
She even said, "Oh, his acting in this is really good."
So,
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Fucking liar. No, I
Because,
say
oh,
it
there was
doesn't
an-
bother me. It doesn't
Hey,
bother me that
You
You
he's
do
actually
lying.
realize-
said
so-
no. I was listening to you, and there was a moment where he got really serious, and you said, "Oh, he did really good there." He did so
Sylvester
good.
Stallone.
And that means acting was good. Stallone,
is a Golden Globe
you don't
winning
like
Best
Sylvester
actor. Okay.
I
You don't
don't
like
like the
Schwarzenegger?
way he's acting.
You hate the 80s.
No.
No.
Stallone won a Golden Globe for
she
his.
does not hate the 80s.
For, no, this was the 80s.
Arnie.
Stallone won a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actor in the movie Creed. When he had cancer, like that was the most moving performance he's ever given. He's never done a gangster before, and I think that's why this works for non-Stallone fans because this is so not anything we've seen before. I mean, unless Oscar doesn't count. Oscar's a comedy.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Bush McFadden wants you to kick my ass.
Oh, I will once I'm over there. For now, Scott has to do it for me.
She'll wait till I'm asleep and like just knock the shit. I mean, roll back over, like act like she's sleeping. I'll wake up going, "What the fuck just what the fuck happened?"
Hey,
You know,
and,
I'm like a cat, so.
Steven, I saw your message, man. That's 100% up to you. I will respect the whole non-spoiler thing, but once we get past what you've seen, whether you stay or not,
Yeah,
that's
it's up
on
to you,
bro.
Steven. If you don't,
That's
if you want
on
to,
you, bro.
yeah, if you don't want to hear the ending, just stick until we get to the episode you finished.
Get
And-
Carter,
Because I don't
What's
want to
up?
ruin it for you. Get
Yeah.
Carter
This
is a
is
crap
such a
film.
great
I
show.
haven't seen Get
that I
Carter.
don't
I'll have
wanna-
to look that up.
Ruin it.
Get Carter, the original film,
Get
is
Carter. I'm
so
looking it
much
up, yeah.
fucking better with Michael Caine. It's an English mobster film, and
What do you
it's
mean?
got
It says Michael Caine's in this. There's Sylvester Stallone.
I know,
Michael
but
Caine, Mickey
he
Rourke.
he's in it as a nod to his
How have
role.
I not ever
He
heard
did a
of this?
movie back in about 75 called Get Carter
Uh-huh.
about an English gangster whose brother is dead, and it's his murder was covered up by a bunch of other mobsters.
Hey,
And he goes out of his way to find out who did it, and he's going to kill anybody who was involved with his brother's death.
Boo, should I watch this for nothing else? Like, this is Sylvester Stallone 22 years ago, so he looks better.
It's got Mickey
I'm
Rourke
seeing
in
the
it.
I'm watching the
it's just not
trailer
a-
without sound.
It's just not a good film. The plot is so. Ugh.
Oh, okay.
Go back to the original film. Watch the original with Michael Caine. That's a movie.
Oh, okay. He said I didn't say it was a good film. Jesus, I just said Stallone was a gangster. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, he's a hitman.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah,
different.
mob enforcer.
In this, he's a made man.
Oh, Rocky was a mob enforcer too. That's right. He was paid by the local. He was an arm breaker. You know, his job was go around and beat guys up for money.
He's never been in the mob before. He's always been hired by the mob. He was muscle or a hitman.
Yeah, this time he's what do they call him? A captain. He was a captain.
He's a capo.
Yeah, capo. He's a captain in the mob.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Bush, lighten up, man. God, man.
Jesus, I miss.
You know what? I wanted to tell you this for a while, Bush. Your name is so 70s.
My God.
I was thinking, Demi Moore 80s, but that's fine.
What's based on it?
Probably his name.
The Mel Gibson character.
Yeah, Gibson's. No, actually, there was a film version of it before. It's a little different. It's got Lee Marvin in it, and it was directed by John Boorman. And it's the famous scene where you see Lee Marvin walking towards the camera, going through a long hallway, and the sound of his footfall. It's an intense fucking moment in cinema history. But Lee Marvin, Mel Gibson, and Jason Statham. There's one more actor, and I can't remember who it is. There are 4 major actors who have played the same character. They're all the same character. Parker, I think, is his name in the books. And they call him different names in the movies, except for, I think, the one with Jason Statham. I think he goes by the character's name from the book. But, yeah, Payback was a good film. Get Carter was originally adapted over in England by Michael Caine. And it's a heavy fucking movie.
Well, he must have approved of the remake.
They are very similar.
In it.
There are similar characters. They are very similar characters. Because really, in the original, in the original film with Lee Marvin and in the new one with Mel Gibson, when we finally got the director's cut, it's not about it's all about principle. That's really it is with the main character.
Yeah.
You know, I want what I'm promised. Well, we'll pay you all this if you just go away. And he goes, I don't want that. I want what I earned, what I took, what is mine. That's all I want. And they were kind of like, what the fuck? I do like one scene with James Coburn in Mel Gibson's movie a lot when he shoots his luggage. He's like, you're just mean. Just mean. The comical version of the film, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but the original director's cut of Payback is really fucking good. It's really good. I feel like Jack Ryan being played by a bunch of different actors. Yeah, it's true.
Or James Bond, you know.
Yeah, he was Porter in Payback. I just really like the character. I think he's a great character. I would love to see the books adapted into a mini-series. Each episode, a book.
Hey,
an hour long.
Amazon Prime does Jack Ryan.
Or even an hour and a half.
List. I think that'd be a good...
well, the thing that Keith and I have been pushing for is the post youth or younger James Bond, which is the books that came out in the late 70s going through the 80s into the 90s. All those books are great James Bond books. They should be done as a mini-series of movies. You know, a bunch of hour-and-a-half long episodes. Different actor for each one if they wanted to, but oh, what the fuck? Again, Danny, I didn't do anything. He's gone. But if they, like, Idris Elba would be perfect for the books as the older Bond. They need to do those books. Those were some fucking great James Bond books. And Keith and I are going to do another James Bond episode where all we talk about is the story arc of the latter books, the James Bond books. We'll do like a half hour talk about the synopsis story, whatever. Is everybody here?
Yeah, I'm all right.
It's like really fucking quiet, and I'm the only human being, it seems. Like, deleted scenes is frozen. He's been frozen for like
Again?
half an hour. Oh, you've been frozen for a half hour, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it was a
You
photo
guys
for a while, and then I
really
realized,
got me like
nope,
more
you're
effort.
frozen. You're frozen. You're just frozen.
Where did Danny go?
Yeah,
I don't
now
know.
you're frozen.
You're frozen. James Coburn was a brief in Payback, but he was great. Yeah, it's just he does the one scene. A good character. I miss James Coburn. He was a great actor. He suffered from severe rheumatoid arthritis, and that's why he left movies for a while. He was gone for like 20 years, 15 years.
Wow.
His last thing was like right around 1979, and then he didn't come back again until the 90s. He did his first movie back was with Bruce Willis, Hudson Hawk, which Anima's watched with me.
81.
You watched it with me, right, Anima? Hudson Hawk, where they sing when they're doing the robbery, the heist.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
Like to swing on a star.
Yeah.
And I love that.
That was fun.
Fun.
And you could see it. I told you I paused it so you could see his hands because they were turned inward like that at an angle. He had severe rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah.
And God bless him, man. He managed to work. One of my favorite films before he died was the movie Affliction with Nick Nolte. And you want to talk about an intense fucking thriller. You got a character, and he's trying to solve a murder, deal with the custody situation with his child, while he also has a severe abscess, which is central to his character throughout the whole fucking movie. And finally, and his dad is a fucking abusive, drunk prick played by Coburn. And it just fucking great film. And he believes he's stumbled on a conspiracy in his small town that he's a sheriff of. And you don't know if it's the insanity being brought on by this pain he's in, constant pain. And they do an auditory thing while you're watching him, and it's done through visual, music, and sound of his struggling with this abscess. But James Coburn turned in an Oscar performance in that film. And I think it's the last movie he did before he died. Something I highly recommend people to watch. But I'm going to tell you, you will only want to watch it once. Because there are movies that are so dark, emotionally dark, you just never want to watch it again.
Yeah.
You'll go, God damn, that was a good fucking movie. I don't ever want to see that again. That's how I feel about Affliction. I'll never watch it again.
I'll never watch Black Hawk Down again. I'm glad I did, but boy, once is enough.
Thank you.
Don't watch 7.
Thank you, baby. You know why.
The things I do for you.
Yeah, you pronounce the H. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. You know how I am about names and stuff.
Not like Keith. Black Hawk Down.
He is allowed, though. He has one. He's allowed to say it that way.
So I believe that someone like Alba would be really good for Bond for TV, and they need to do it like on Netflix or Amazon. Amazon and Netflix are both aware of the fact that their woke shit costs them money. So we're going to see more stuff that we'll enjoy, but don't expect the woke stuff to stop. It's always going to be there. These assholes, they've been there since I was a kid. I knew a bunch of them in school. The thing is, back then we knew to fucking ignore them. Now they've got platforms, so they're always going to be around. You can't kill them. You don't want to. I don't want to kill anybody.
Alf in the house.
Hey, Horny Alf is here. What is up, man? I know Horny Alf. We have friends on Twitter, and he added me to a military group, vets group. I haven't gotten the swing of it yet, but I did fix one of those memes that they posted because I'm like, no, don't say with extra hormones. You should say with extra estrogen. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me open it here. But it was in the group. I thought it was hilarious. I like making fun of fucking woke people and lefties. They're fucking idiots. Let's see. Well, I thought it was here. But I know where to find it. I'll just open it. So, Steven, what did you think of the first 4 episodes?
I thought the first 4 episodes are fantastic. I was surprised by how funny it was.
Oh, it's got comedy in it.
Really is
It's
fun, yeah.
hilarious.
Well, I've seen one of my favorite films with Stallone is Oscar. And I love that fucking movie. It's a play
So do I.
on camera. It's shot on film, but it's a stage play. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And here we go. I'll go ahead and show this real quick. This was the meme in that veterans group that I fixed because it said hormones instead of extra estrogen. Open image and new things. Let me do it that way because I can enlarge this now. There you go. Everybody see it? No nut keffel flakes, lower testosterone, soy-based. And I wrote now with extra estrogen.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's my addition. And it's got fucking, it's not even cereal, it's just fucking pills in a bowl. I thought that was fucking hilarious when they post that. And I added my little 2 cents to it. But I like hanging out with other veterans. Even if I don't interact with them, I want to thank you for introducing me to him, Alf, Horny Alf. Because I just like listening to what they bitch about, talk about. Because you haven't heard people bitch until you hang out with old truck drivers or military people. They know how to fucking bitch about stuff. And you know what's really funny is when my buddy Ernesto came back from Iraq, and his first civilian moment after getting home, same day, he went out. He was craving McDonald's because all you get on the fob is Burger King. Because
I sucks.
Pepsi Cola has
Ew.
a contract with the Department of Defense, so you've got Pepsi companies, and Burger King is one of them. I think KFC is another one you'll find on posts. But Burger King is every military post I've ever been to. And they're on all the fobs. If they're a major fob, like a big one that has that can have restaurants on them, you've got a McDonald's.
Hey,
McDonald's, you got a Burger King. So when he got back from Iraq, he wanted to get McDonald's. He'd missed McDonald's. So he's in line to get his food. And all of a sudden, this guy in front of him is bitching about the amount of ice he had in his fucking soda. And he just was like, wow, I've been shot at. I've shot at people, and you're bitching about fucking ice in your soda. And it just sort of really brought it back home. And it really reminded him how different it is in this world. And it goes back to what I talk about in the military. It's like, welcome to the new, what do they call it? I just forgot the term. The new reality. So.
Can you
Gary,
hear me?
It's not Monday and it's Wednesday,
Yes.
so talk about the show on
Okay,
Monday.
I'm back. Just having some
come back.
technical difficulties. I don't know if you saw my snarky little comment from my phone.
yeah, I
did.
even highlighted.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
but
you didn't
Zax
miss
is
it.
here.
You
And
how
didn't
you
miss
doing,
it, Stax. We are doing ADD theater. You missed
Yeah,
nothing.
no, not yet, Zach. So we're about to start, I think.
How you doing, Zax? I was trying to say hi to him. Hey, Zax, how you doing? What's up, Kyle? Your mama's here too. Your mama is here.
Hi, Penny.
Yeah, she's just now taking down her Christmas decorations. I took mine down literally the day after Christmas because I hate Christmas. I just do it for the kids.
Welcome to the club.
Oh, and Wade's
Penny.
here. Wade is here. Real Wade Nation. So, good morning.
You know, Boosh,
So
you come
you
to
liked,
Vegas, I'll show you.
You
what
liked
snark
all
means.
4 episodes. What were the highlights for you in those
Oh
4
shit, Horny
episodes?
Elf. He had a funny. Sorry, ADD Theater. I don't know him, but for
We have already talked about him.
Mm-hmm.
You already
was just-
talked about him while you were gone. He's a friend.
Oh, okay. Well, he showed up on my Twitter.
Great.
He did
That's
this funny-
awesome. Yeah, I know. He writes funny stuff. Steven,
did the-
again, what were your favorite highlights of the 4 episodes? Personally.
Wow.
Wow.
What's now
Wow.
highlight?
Oh,
All right. First things first. I would like that ATF agent to arrest me. I think I have illegal firearms here, and no, I love her. She's a great character.
The ATF really has a bad history.
They do.
You know,
They really do.
The ATF and the FBI have shown overreach many times in the United States, and so when you hear somebody playing an ATF agent saying something like, "We're here to get the bad guys," tell that to the people who have died at your hands that
absolutely.
weren't bad guys. You know, so yeah, fuck off with that. You know, they go after anybody who's stockpiling weapons. Let me tell you something. There's actually no law against that.
No,
there's no law.
They had that one scene where they brought up militia groups, and I'm like,
yeah, I know.
Really?
It's jerk off. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
But
Now,
so
here's
I know
my
that's
thought
not
on
your
that.
favorite scene. What was the highlight though? Character, you know, Stallone or whatever. What character was the one that stood out, and what was your favorite moment with that character?
Stallone pretty much just walking into the city and taking charge immediately. That's a good scene.
That's awesome.
Oh, what about at the end of that episode where he's in the window? He says, "This city is mine.
Yeah,
I own this city."
Good moment. I don't know. I love the part where he throws that water bottle or
with the security guard
right into that dude's like. That was dope.
Like, hey man, I already.
And Gary has a habit of sort of spoiling it because he would go like, "Wait for it," and I'm like, "Okay, what's going to happen now?"
No, that scene's great. He's like, "Hey, do you have a tire iron or something?" Oh, never mind, this will work.
Yeah, he just walks out and he just puts his hand up. When the guy starts talking to me, he just puts his hand up. I'm doing something right now. That is a good scene. I think for me, one of my
you're
favorite...
frozen, bro. You might want to.
Oh, he's been frozen.
Yeah, you might want to turn your video off or come in or go out and come back in, something like that. Sorry.
So my favorite moment for the show is the moment he sits there and sees that horse the first time.
Right, like,
and I was like,
I didn't know if it was real.
Is that real? Yeah. Is he seeing this?
That's what they want you.
And I think even he's wondering, like, hey, yo, am I seeing this?
Hey, in Stallone's defense,
hey,
he doesn't
Paulie,
really talk
you
like
see
that
horse?
It's like, yeah, is that horse there? Boosh. That's you know,
Rock. I gotta tell you, Rock, your kid's spoiled. Hey, Mick, a lot of kids smell bad. Anyway,
hey, there he is. You're not frozen anymore, brother.
For now.
All right, can you hear and see me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Now,
Okay,
the one thing I had a problem with is Sheridan has this one habit of doing one thing, making it obvious when a character is going to be interesting for a reason. The waitress was not interesting until we got
for a problem. Like it's a problem.
I think it's a problem in writing. I think that's bad. You should make all your characters interesting, and then some of them stand out. But he did this thing with the waitress at that cafe when he finally says, "What's up with the horse? And why is the horse?" Well, and then she's like, "Well, it's my last day," and I'm like, "Oh, this conversation means she's going to be important to the rest of the story." I knew it through the dialogue that she was going to become important. I don't like that.
That's episode 7, though, when she says that.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far into it, but
we already
that
did
just
invite
really bothered
Zax
me.
on. Come on, Zax, join us.
Yeah, I did.
I know you did. That's what I just said.
I said it out loud.
I know you did. I was
not talking to you. Shut up. I'm talking to Monkey. Motherfucker. You're lucky we're friends, Monkey.
Yeah,
I like talking with Monkey.
I've never
Monkey's
been on a
one of
panel
those
with
people
you.
I have a lot of private conversations with, and I know like a lot of you guys are like, man, he's a pill. He's hard to take. And I'm like, I actually enjoy the shit out of Monkey.
I love Monkey. He came on.
Well, you're ADD, so I know why you love him.
Well, when I came on, when you let me do my tribute to Jay Briscoe, who died, he hopped on with me, and he was great. It was awesome. Otherwise, it would have just been me talking to myself. So thank you, Monkey. I love Monkey. Yeah.
Oh my God, Bush. Yes, I saw that episode. That is one of my favorite fucking moments for Jeff Peterson, where he's drunk and then asks about the horse. Was that real?
Was that real?
Was that real? Am I in the real world?
That was crazy, man.
I fucking love Jeff Peterson. Fucking love him. I'm so stoked that he's coming back, and I'm praying that he brings Jeff Peterson back. One of the greatest out of the blue fucking creations came out of just a dumb idea he had of having a skull. He just wanted to have this skull that sat next to him as a co-host. He thought it'd be funny to interact with it, and it became a robot thanks to Ken. What is his name? Oh, I just forgot his name, from the engineer that worked for MythBusters.
Grant Imahara.
Grant Imahara. Man, that guy made that robot. He's awesome. I love that guy. What a tragic loss.
Did you see the question Bush asked?
What?
Who here doesn't have ADD? I don't have it, but I'm scared it might rub off of Gary.
I don't have it. I just enjoy it.
Look, Paulie, fuck you, dude. I love you, man. But I've tried to fucking get us back on the rails, and Danny fucking just starts talking about like anything. I'm like,
it's
hey, did you hear about those squirrels that starved left? Squirrel. Squirrel.
Yeah, you're like that too. So
No, I sat here quietly just waiting for people to finish so I could get back.
Calling the kettle black, anyone? Sorry.
Oh, no. It's more like a copper pot calling a kettle black. Get that fucking reference.
Do we have the same? Are we using the same cup? Did anybody else notice that? Are we?
I have.
Now we're talking about cups.
ADD again.
Barbecue cup.
Fuck you guys. All right. You know what? I'm gonna.
Chloe Dykstra used Grant. Oh yeah. Chloe Dykstra. She's the one that tried to Me Too. What's his name? Chris
Hardwick.
Yeah. Did not work. Blew up in her face.
Can we please talk about Tulsa King?
No. We're done. We had our chance.
It's rich.
We had our chance. It's over.
It wasn't my fault.
So, episode 1, you get Stallone getting out of prison. And I understand, because I watch Michael Franzese. He's a former real capo, real mobster. And he talks about the show. And he kind of panned it a little bit. But I think it's undeserved. Sure, on the accuracy part, but on story, it's important. You got a good story here. Taylor Sheridan is the best screenwriter on television, period. And most of the pros I know agree with me on that. And I know quite a few pros. And he has a solid story here. And Stallone works as this character. He really does.
Hell
and
yeah.
he's in prison. We meet him in prison on the day he's getting out. He gets out. Now, in reality, they would he would go immediately to see his. You see, I
was like, well, then stop putting comments up if you don't want me to laugh at him. Jesus,
you can laugh at him. Laugh at him. I'm not going to look at him right now. I'm trying to keep going here. So he gets out of prison, and the first thing in reality that would happen, Franzese brought this up, he'd go immediately to see his parole officer. That's a fact. He would then have what's called a sit down with the family, because the family would feel compelled for some payback for what he did by keeping his mouth shut while in prison.
For 25.
They absolutely would reward him for that.
25
fucking years.
Yep. So he gets out, and instead he goes straight to a sit down. Instead of in a place within the city, they go in the suburbs of fucking Manhattan. And it's like, well, that's weird. So he goes there and meets with them. And immediately, right off the bat, you've got guys getting around behind him at the dinner table.
Yeah, dude.
Nobody would fucking do that. Franzese said nobody would fucking do that.
I love
You're
that.
just asking for trouble.
Dude, I love that whole scene, though, because it's
But it's a good scene. No, it's good drama. Look,
like,
whether it's accurate or not, I don't care.
25 years, I don't want nobody behind me.
Don't get behind me. You don't get behind me. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Hey. So he's frustrated during this meeting because they're kind of talking down to him and telling him, your payoff is we're going to send you to Oklahoma.
We're going to exile you to.
And he sees it as exile. That's exactly what he sees it as exile. And he gets fucking angry. And one of them stands up and, talks shit back to him, and he fucking knocks him on his ass.
He breaks his fucking
Broke
jaw.
his jaw. You find out later
Yeah.
it's wired.
Yeah, fuck that guy. You know what threw me off is I don't remember what episode it is, and it's not really a spoiler, but when they go back in time and show why Stallone went to jail for 25
that's towards
years,
the end. Yeah,
like
I think
that
that's the final episode. Episode 9.
I don't think
8
that
or 9.
dude-
Not in the first 7.
It's,
That's
it's
8 or
either
9.
8 or 9.
Oh, so okay. Well, then I won't say it because Anima hasn't seen either. Okay.
Well, no, and Deleted hasn't seen it either.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
well, that just
Martin,
that
I
was,
want
seen
to
it
keep this in order,
Okay,
so
sorry.
he can leave.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
And Anima, you should probably go too when we get to a certain point. I don't want you to go. But if you don't want it spoiled, you might want to leave
He
before
said,
the end
"Bitch,
of
get
the
out
show.
of here." That's what he
So,
said.
bitch, fuck you.
But it's so good that I don't want to.
I
I don't
So-
want to know anymore.
I want no
So
Yeah.
now he's basically told, this is the deal. Take it or leave it. So he's like, fuck it, I'll take. So next thing you see is him go to Oklahoma, and it's right down the road. It's 2 hours from us, Tulsa. And I've been there many fucking times.
I went to high school at Putnam City.
I've been to
West
conventions
in
there.
Oklahoma.
I've done a lot of stuff. Oklahoma is great, man.
No, it's not. It was the worst. Year
No,
of my life.
I love Oklahoma. I love going there. I like visiting Mac. He lives in Pryor.
Dude.
The
Les,
guy
okay,
who does our Dangerous Nerds voiceover. But
it's a true story.
so
I'm not going to derail
he
it.
hits the airport, and right when he's walking out the fucking door of the airport, a fucking giant grasshopper lands on his chest, and he freaks out.
Yeah, he's like, I think it was bigger than my dick.
You know, like it is.
And then he turns to a lady. He's like,
And this lady's like,
I'm actually
you know-
really well endowed. I was just this was a phrase.
Grasshoppers, they get pretty big here. He's like, not as big as my cock. She goes, excuse me?
It sprays him. Like,
And he
With
goes to
holy
say it
water.
again. And right when he does, she sprays him in the face. She thinks
Holy
Mason. He's
water.
like, he's like,
So-
oh,
Yeah.
it's fucking
true-
holy water.
true story. 2016, I was at that same airport, and that's when I had my heart attack on the plane ride to Vegas. So that's what, it was like, huh. So Fuck
Oklahoma
Oklahoma.
has nothing. Oklahoma, when it comes to weather, has nothing on Missouri. I've been in both states, and I'm telling you, Missouri is fucked up. You can have all 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah.
No
same
shit.
with Kansas. When I went
Snow,
to college in
rain,
McPherson.
Clear all of a
McPherson's,
sudden.
I think, only like an hour from you.
And he wants me to move there. Can you believe it? I'm not
Yeah,
going to survive
because
this.
it's safer than Croatia.
So
No, it's not.
Well,
Yeah,
No.
I might be
No.
moving
Oklahoma
to.
for 6 years. Okay, once again, it's already derailed.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's already completely derailed. So now he gets in with this young black gentleman who's driving a cab or whatever it is. And is it a cab? What's it a cab? I can't remember what he's driving. Anyway,
It's a cab. At first, it's a cab, and then he makes him his driver.
yeah, and while he's in there, he's getting a ride to go to his hotel.
And you're late, Martin.
I know. I was laughing too much.
Me too.
Hello,
I-
good evening, and welcome to the middle of the film.
So where do they go next? I can't remember where they go first. Because I know he ends up at the weed shop.
Yeah, I think that's the first important stop.
He just sees it. He says, "Hey, pull up here," and they get into an argument because whatever, a gangster's got to be a gangster. And he goes, "You called me a fucking gangster."
Oh,
He
yeah.
got really angry about it. Smash the windshield. What do you think? Oh yeah, I did that joke yesterday or day before.
Yes.
Yesterday about what was my dad said it to me. He says, "What do you think the last thing that went through that bug's brain before he died?" I said, "I don't know what." And he goes, "His ass." I just was like, "What?" I love that joke. So anyway, so he
What I
pulls
think
off the
is-
weed shop,
Yeah,
goes in there, and he begins talking to the crew, wanting to know who owns the place.
He cannot wrap his head around that stuff being legal. He doesn't really.
Yeah,
get
it's
that
just it's
concept.
blowing his
So funny.
fucking mind that weed is legal. He's been in prison for 25 fucking years. So finally he's told to leave by the security guard. So he's like, "All right, fine, fuck you." And he walks out. He says, and he asks the driver, "You got a tire?" Oh, wait, never mind. And he grabs his metal thermos, and he goes walking back in. And the security guard goes, "No, mister, I told you." And he just fucking nails him like football throw right to the fucking face. The guy just says, drops and is silent.
It's what he does. He's not wasting time. He's
He
just
doesn't
knocking
fuck
people
around.
out. Yeah.
It just gets right to the point. And
Usually
he
with his fist.
and he takes ownership of this fucking weed shop. It
Well,
says,
ownership.
you're going to give me 20% because he's got to threaten him to finally admit
He
where
only
the safe
takes
is.
20%, not ownership. Get it right, bro.
20% is ownership. It's part ownership. So, but he also takes control. He's absolutely owns this fucking guy. You know, whether you, the way, when I say take ownership of somebody, think about it. That's what I'm saying. And
he made him grab his ankles. I got you.
Danny,
yeah,
what's
he
with
basically,
your audio?
yeah, it sounds really funky, like you're in a hall, like, you know, or in like a well. Did serial killer get you? Did Buffalo Bill get you? You're down in a well.
All I know is
Puts the lotion on the skin or it gets the hose again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get my echo. Hey,
Mhm.
I like my voice. That sounds nice. So, so he takes ownership of this shop, really, and ownership of the owner, the guy that owns the place. And the guy admits that there's like $500,000 in the safe. And he goes, every week I take 20% of whatever you're in. And he goes, why am I giving you that? And he says, oh, I'm going to, you know, keep the cops off of you. And he goes, we're legal. He's like, and then I'll keep other people from giving you other people like me is what he means. Other people
The
like
feds.
me.
No, he's talking about the feds.
He's also talking about people like him.
Yeah.
Absolutely insinuates that there are other people like him and he'll keep them out.
Yeah,
And
he
we
offers
see-
him
and
protection
we
because he
find
has
out-
all the cash there.
I think it's
So-
the third episode we learn there is a motorcycle
The
gang in
biker
town.
gang, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
And
much bigger.
and I like the fact the way you get introduced to everything. Every single major character is introduced by the third episode. And that is the first act. The end of the first act is the third episode. I really like the way he wrote this fucking series.
It's good writing.
Mhm. So after he takes ownership of the shop, gets some money, he hires the black kid to be his driver. Talks to him about doing it. I think it takes him a night to decide whether to do it or not. And then he gives him money to buy a car. He says, I want you to go buy this Chrysler, you know, big fucking SUV. And which leads to a great scene of, once again, him just going in and acting, just doing something. Doesn't fuck around, just gets right to the point. And so he goes to his hotel. And when is the scene with the downtown scene with the silent spot? Because it's a real location. I've been there. What point is that? Is that before or after the motel?
After.
It's after.
Yeah.
So he goes to the motel, gets checked in, and then we go to the biker bar. Or it's on the reservation, the club, the bar. Help me out here.
Dude, we watched this like at 3 a.m. last night. My memory isn't that good.
I don't know if it's on the reservation, but
it is.
You're talking. You're talking.
It is
about
on the
bar.
reservation. It's part of the dialogue. When he tells the cops to fuck off, he's like, they're like, yeah, we need to have a word with you. No, you don't. He's like, what do you mean? You're on the reservation right now. You have no authority here. So get your fucking cauliflower ass out of here. You know, before we have a real problem. And the cops leave. You probably haven't gotten to it yet. But the inside of the bar is on the reservation. There's a question about the front, you know, the parking lot, because I think the way this show ends, and I don't want to end it to tell you what happens because the front is actually still connected to off reservation, but the bar itself inside is on the reservation. And that's the rule I'm understanding in the show. So, but anyway, so he meets that guy, and it's the dude from Tron Legacy, Flynn's son, very good character actor, nails it as his bartender, also a former convict, and did a few years in the Poke. And so he connects with Stallone's character, and we see Stallone connect with some of the people in the bar, and you realize this is his environment. This is where he feels at home, in a bar, a club. He's that kind of guy. And you find out through conversation that that's his background, is running clubs. He liked to work in clubs and run clubs. And I like that. It's like you finally see something that he's kind of passionate about, rather than just beating the shit out of people and making money for the mob.
Passionate.
He likes that life. He's actually likes it. Also at play is the fact that we know that he has a daughter and an ex-wife. And his daughter, he cut off contact with her when she was little because he felt that it was better for her. And also he admits to it too, that he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle being separated from his family. And it became so difficult that he felt the only way he could survive is if he cut them off. And you got to understand that, it's hard life living in prison. Now, and there's a grudge held by family members because he did that, but they're not showing empathy towards what it was like for him. They only care about their own thing. So it's all about, personal selfish needs in the story. And each character has to get past their personal selfish needs. And even Stallone does. And the great moment with Stallone that I really liked a lot is, because I think that was in episode 2, by the way, when he calls his daughter. Was that episode 2?
2 or 3, because
2 or 3.
I think it was the second episode. And he finally gets the nerve to talk to her. It doesn't go well. And she shuts down on him and hangs up on him mid-talking. And all of a sudden he's back in that quiet location, which is in downtown Tulsa. There's this spot. It's an auditory mystery of how it's designed. That if you speak inside this circle, people around you can't fucking hear you. Everything echoes back at you.
Oh my God, that's
really
that's the cone of silence.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
like
weird.
that. It is like the cone of silence. I've
is
been
real.
there. I've tried it,
Yeah.
and it's really fucking weird because when I spoke, it was like I was. Have you ever done this where you talk into your hand and then into your ear, and it's like you're talking into your own ear? That's what it's like.
So
That is what
weird.
I found it to be like. So anyway, so he goes there, and it's an emotional moment, and he really fucking nails it. Stallone again nails the emotions here of owning, because he says, I did this for her, and then he stops and goes, no, I did it for me. And he's talking to a building like it's God. The building is, the writing in this is so fucking good, man, because he sees this giant building just standing there emotionless looking at him, and that's God. That's solid fucking writing, man, that I've ever seen. Sheridan blows me away at the way he writes characters, and this character's having an emotional breakdown, but he's owning it instead of like breaking down and crying and losing his shit.
There's no point in that.
He focuses. He's like, no, it's not it. This is what's going on, and I have to deal with it. And it's a very strong scene, very great moment for him. And it's the only way we can
Emmy
move to
award-winning scene.
Performance.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Should I just stick in the chat? I feel like I'm better in the chat. Yeah. Okay. Steven's okay. I'm sorry.
So, but what are some other points here that we want to talk about in episode 1 and 2?
Oh, dude, just like the driver, Tyson. I think his name's Tyson.
Yeah.
I like that. And his dad, by the way, the actor that plays his dad is in Mayor of Kingstown. He's
So I haven't
one of
watched
the.
I haven't watched Mayor of Kingstown yet, but I plan to.
Oh my God! It's everything he's putting out is fucking great. And
So
the guy that plays
Sheridan
his
also?
dad, yeah, Taylor
Oh, shit.
Sheridan.
I didn't know that. Okay.
It is such a good
Wait,
fucking
one more thing to the
character
watch list.
because he plays one of the main officers that works at the prison. In the new season, first episode of the new season, he beats a guy fucking nearly to death in the finale of the episode. The guy that plays the dad. I just got to go back. The dad, the character, the mom and dad. The mom's a good actor, but it's the dad who stands out here because he is getting way into his son's business.
Well, no, and he hears like I don't want to spoil. I don't know if but there's a one.
That's
scene
later.
Where his
Yeah,
son's
it's later.
talking to the. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
His son is doing a scene like, "You talking to me?
You talking to me?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I don't see anybody else here, so you got to be talking to me." Moment where he's talking to himself in a mirror and he's primping his
Is that in
hair
the first 4 episodes? I don't want to.
I think that is in.
Anima, does that sound familiar to you?
It's in 4. It's in 4.
It
Yeah.
is
It's the
okay,
fourth
okay,
episode.
Okay, all right.
So, but he's, he's dealing with he's living with his parents because his last relationship fell apart. Back home with mom and dad.
At 25, yeah.
Working a job that's not paying very well. Gets offered the job to be a driver and security, personal security for this mobster.
He sucks at security, though.
He's terrible. I like the moment. There's a great moment when he picks him up. We got to go back to buying the car. So he gives him.
Dude. I love that.
$50,000 cash. Go buy me this car, and he goes and apparently tries to do this. And when he comes back, he drives up in his fucking mom's beat up.
Yeah, and he's like, "Where the fuck is my Escalade?"
Yeah, it was like a Mercury or some piece of shit 90s car.
Like, did you gamble my money away, motherfucker? What's up? Do I need to kill you now? And he's like,
I went and I tried to buy it, and they wouldn't let me because they thought I was a crackhead with cash.
Because black kid with a lot of money, yeah.
Black kid with a lot of money, and
oh my god, I love the following
Stallone,
scene. He's like, "Take me there now."
Take me there now, and they go to the dealership, and. Fuck, man. He just walks in there. Salesman goes, "Hello, sir." And he just ignores him and walks past and goes down the hallway to the manager's office. Manager goes, "Yes, sir, can I?" And he fucking just knocks the shit out of him. Fucking knocks him to the ground and goes,
Number one solution.
I'm bleeding. I'll call the cops. He goes, "You want to call the cops? Here you go. Here's the phone." And then fucking beats him with the phone.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That was so. This was like probably my favorite. One of my. Oh, what happened? One of my favorite scenes. And what I love even more is, I don't know if this is after, like, just in case, Anima and Deleted, cover your ears, when he has to replace that car. And they
later.
give it to him for free.
You did see it. You did see it. That's in the episode that we just finished.
But it's after 4.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
after 4.
Okay.
So,
right, sorry.
We now get on to like episode 3 and 4. What happened in 3 and 4, Steven, so we can go over that? Pressure is on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. The thing that I liked about 4 is that for all this shit that Tyson's father, who's played by Michael Beach, great character actor, like you said, he's like giving Dwight shit. And he doesn't trust him, but he goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. You're going after the guy who beat up my son?
Yeah, that's later.
That's later. That's
that's
don't
the big
skip over
fight
3.
It is good.
Because 3
I
is when
forgot
he gets
something
the idea.
too. I got to go back.
Gets...
Hold on, I got to go back. There was something we completely left out. And that is, take me to the guy that sells you weed. And he goes on the reservation to meet the guy that owns the crops. And he meets Badface. Badface is an American Indian who does not like fucking white people. And he comes out there and just immediately starts starting shit with fucking Stallone's character. And Stallone's like, we got a fucking problem here. And the Indian's like, yeah, maybe we'll. And then the owner's like, whoa, guys. And the guy that owns the shop is like, hey, can we start over? Can we start over? Because this will seem to go in the wrong direction.
Well, not only that, but
they're going to come to blows.
Episode 3 was also the episode where he gets the idea for the nitrous because he goes to that.
Well,
party.
That's later too, and I like that too because he's already, because whenever he sees something, he's like, "There's something I can make money off of." He's an idea guy, Stallone.
Yeah,
he's absolutely an idea guy, and but so anyway, they're out there, and what led to one of the funniest fucking moments in the show. Absolutely one of the funniest moments. He's sitting there. And the owner of these crops is like, there's, he says, let's sit down and let's start negotiating. He goes, there's no negotiating. It's $2,000 for this, $10,000 for this, and that's it.
This is the episode.
And so he is sitting there eating these crackers and dipping this jelly on it. This delicious piece of jelly. And he's like eating it, and he's talking to him, and he goes, well, let me tell you something. Stallone shows how fucking smart he is. He says, this is what you do here, and this is what you charge for this, and what you're getting from here. And the guy's like really paying attention. Even his partner is like, wow, Stallone really knows what he's fucking talking about.
And the funny thing is we find out later.
Well, hold on. Yeah. So he gets through all this, and he says, this is the deal I want. And the guy goes, fuck it, that's a good deal. I'm all in. They shake hands. He says, so is this where we smoke the peace pipe? So he pulls out some weed. And he goes, man, it's about time, man, because man, can I get some of this jelly to go? And he's like, I want to take some of this with me. He says, it's about time. I really want to try some of this weed. And he goes, oh, I hate to tell you, man, but that jelly you've been enjoying the shit out of, that's infused.
In the scene after
with THC, infused with THC, not just like it's infused with pure THC.
You skipped something from earlier in the episode I want to talk about, but which I'll get back to. The scene following that when they're in the car is hilarious.
Oh yeah, let's do this scene though. So they pass around the weed, but he's already getting high, and it's obviously. Yeah. And he started because like at first his partners like and his driver's like thinking, oh, this is gonna get ugly. He's high.
He even goes, no one.
But he just starts fucking laughing. And like, oh shit, he's cool. Oh, he's cool. Oh, okay, awesome. And he wants some more of that fucking jelly. But anyway, so yeah, they end up in the car talking about it, and he's got some more of the. He's got like a joint. And he's smoking it and then he's
a pre-roll cone. Yeah.
It's like he's just smoking. And then he goes to offer it to his partner that owns the shop.
Bodie.
Bodie. It's Bodie. I love the name Bodie too.
Yeah.
And he goes to hand it to him. Bodie goes reach for it. He goes, boop. And takes it away from him. And he does it to him multiple times. He goes, are you going to fucking give it to me? And he goes, yeah, I'll give it to you.
Here you go. And he does it one more time, then he gives it to him. You know what's funny? So I watched this. I watched Tulsa King before I watched Samaritan because everybody was raving. Das Wolfen, I think even you. People were like telling me to watch it. And Bodie's in Samaritan. Did you notice that? The actor that
I'm
plays
not surprised.
Bodie. Yeah, he was in Samaritan.
Sheridan has his own posse of actors, and Stallone has his own posse of actors that he likes to work with. So I'm gonna have to go back. I don't remember that, but I'm not surprised.
He's the one that the kid goes to. And he says, I know who the Samaritan is. I've met him. He's the guy that wrote the book. That's Bodie.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. He's not in it a lot, but he's in it at the very end when the kid gets like where they're like, and he yells out to him, you were right,
I wonder
man.
which came first. I need to go look that up, see if that movie came first or if this show was shot first.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is I saw the show first, and then I saw
So we get to see Stallone lighten the fuck up.
Yeah.
And that was kind of fun. And like I said, and Danny brought it up to comedy. There's a lot of comedy in this. It's good comedy. It's not like silly. It's just funny.
It's not derailing. I swear. I got my hand up. So you skipped over this. The very like opening in the first like minute of the show is when Stallone sees the horse for like the second or third time. And this time he's got his little, instead of the paper cup that he was bitching about,
he got the glass cup. That's right.
Or he had his own that he brought himself.
Yep.
And this is when the chick comes out, and he's like, "Hey, man, is that thing real? Do you see that?" And like that's when they have this conversation, and that's when he like, I'm pretty sure it's this episode where he goes and buys the horse. I can't remember, but I know
it's the scene in episode 4.
When he buys the horse?
Well, this is I'm talking about episode 3. The opening
7.
shot of episode 3.
When he buys it.
No, that's 7 when he buys the horse.
Oh, is it? Sorry. Well,
along?
Steven's not here. But
6 or 7.
Okay, well, this is the episode where he learns that horse is real. Okay?
Yeah.
It's like it's in the first.
Oh, thank God! I thought
minute.
it was.
Yeah,
I thought it was
like
seeing shit.
That is episode 3. Yeah.
The horse is it's breaking
in the
loose
first
from its stalls.
2-3 minutes of
town.
episode 3. He gets confirmation that horse is real.
Yeah. It's God,
I took
so
notes
well
because
written.
I was wanting to do a podcast about this on one of my other shows,
Right.
and nobody would do it. That's why I was so excited about today. I was like, yeah.
I'm not. Well, I am fueled up. I did have fuel up today. Yes, I did. I don't miss it ever.
Dude,
every day I have that.
I'm almost out, and it doesn't make sense. It's supposed to be a 30-day supply.
Why'd you say that like Arnold? Why'd you
Not
say
if
that
you
like
take
Arnold?
it twice.
I'm almost
like
out.
Gary does.
I'm almost out.
Did I say it like Arnold? Well,
Yeah, I'm almost out. I was like, holy shit, that was good, Arnold.
well,
you didn't even try.
I didn't even. Yeah, no. Like,
So
get to the
it's
chopper.
good stuff, man. That's
is.
why you got to get that discount. I
I'm
hope
telling
get
you,
the
man.
discount.
Like I know you're saying is because I'm hydrated. Ever since I started doing Fuel Up, my piss is clear. Like I don't know why, but
I will tell you that hydration absolutely clears your pee up.
Yeah.
Drinking enough water is very good for you.
Well, I'm not even drinking more. I just instead of coffee, I'm doing the Fuel Up, and that's the only change in my diet or my lifestyle. And I mean, I'm still smoking a fuck ton of weed, and my piss is clear. It's crazy. Like like so.
Well, I don't see weed's not bad for you. I mean, it's just
I thought weed made your pee darker. It doesn't.
not that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I know is that there is research that shows that if you smoke too much weed throughout your life, you can actually cause brain atrophy, where your brain shrinks. And I actually had a patient once that was having their levels of consciousness were fucked up, and they had all kinds of internal hematomas on their brain. And what was going on was their brain was smaller. Now I don't know if it's the brain that shrunk or the arachnoidal webbing.
Hey man, let's get back to the show.
Shrank.
You're freaking me out. Let's get back to the show.
And their brain would slosh.
Oh, Jesus
in their head.
Christ.
I could hear it.
Okay.
I could hear it slosh. But anyway, so the show at this point, we get introduced to him showing up there, and Bodhi is just constantly like, "What the fuck are you going to bring up now? What lame brain crazy idea you got this time?" And Stallone's like, "I'd whack guys for less shit than that, and the disrespect I get, and." But he shows up at that party, brings him a bottle of expensive wine, and sees the fucking nitrous. And I think it's really funny because it has a guy talking. And a lot of people don't know that nitrous is heavier than oxygen. So when you inhale it, it causes you to go really low.
Oh, dude.
The opposite of helium.
I've been known to do a fair share of whippets in my day. So.
Yeah, I just told Anima what whippets were. I did whippets. The first time I did whippets was 1982. Did not like it. And
I love it. I love it. But it just doesn't last long enough. And you guys, like, pro tip, go to the grocery store, get a can of like condensed whipped cream, like crack.
It's so dangerous because here's
why it freezes your
it's,
brain.
Well, on top of that, nitrogen can cling to your blood cells and block oxygen from, and it'll suffocate you.
I get it. Look, you're talking to somebody who deep down inside really doesn't want to live anymore. So I'm trying to do all the fucking drugs and shit I can before I go. As long as it doesn't include a needle. I won't fuck with needles. Yeah. But if there's a drug that doesn't include a needle, I guarantee you I've done it. And if I haven't, please send it to me. I'll try anything once.
Yeah.
Don't say that on air,
Right,
dummy. Fuck you. Whatever. I don't care. Like, I'm a character. It's how Hulk Hogan got out of his lawsuit with Gawker. I'm not Daniel Ballard. I'm Danny the Dork Knight. I'm the Dork Knight. This is a character. I'm just embellishing. I'm trying to be funny. None of this shit is real. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Story at 11.
There you go.
I am real.
So so he gets this idea to do whippets, basically balloons, and sell nitrous at like events. And so that's when they show up at the parking lot to sell nitrous.
Is this episode 3 or 4? Are
This
we on
is
4 now?
as we have been already introduced that there is a motorcycle gang in town. Well, guess what? When they're selling this nitrous at the event, that's when we see we get our first interaction between our guys and these the biker gang.
But we totally skipped Stallone fucking
The driving test. You skipped the driving test.
Yeah, we're skipping stuff, bro. This is why I take notes.
Are you guys going to run the show?
No, I'm sorry.
Are you going to give me information? I'm trying to do it from best of my memory, both of you. Both of you.
Look, apparently Anima and I still believe in taking
I know, but you're derailing
paper
me.
notes. No, how is it
did
derailed?
not have
I'm trying to keep. Oh, you didn't
do
this
that.
time? Well, I did.
No.
And that's why I'm trying to keep us.
I'm trying to remember the show as we go along. I'm basing all mine right off of memory, and I'm fucking doing awesome.
You are,
And
bro.
I would eventually go back because the minute you bring up the biker gang, I go, oh, the chick. That's right, because he bangs her in the first episode.
Yeah.
And then you find out the chick that he banged
It's a fucking.
thinks he's way too fucking old for her. She's like, no, how
She
old
says-
are you?
Like that's an age canyon.
Yeah, I mean, like 7. It's not a gap. That's a canyon.
Canyon.
Fucking great dialogue. We find out the next morning she's ATF.
Yeah.
And she's after this fucking gang. And then she looks, and the guy that she bangs, photo is on the wall.
Damn it, Anima. You need to fit. Oh. Oh, I can't.
So she's like, "Oh my god, I went to bed with a fucking mobster,"
and she
so,
enjoyed every minute of it because she came back.
Andrea Savage is
multiple
awesome,
times.
dude.
Yeah.
She's a good actress. She was one of my the best. What was it that she was in? Step Brothers. She's the therapist. She was one of the best parts of that whole fucking movie because she clearly wants to jump him. It's so fucking funny, but she's trying to be cool about it. You know, this is completely inappropriate.
Hey, deleted. I just saw your thing because I don't look at the private chat because I usually have it on comments because I want to keep up with the.
Eastland's here. Hi, Eastland.
I'm sorry, bro. I hope you're still in the chat.
He's been there all the time.
Yeah. No. Well,
that was for Gary.
Oh.
Eastland. He's been around. He or she.
Well, no. Steve's
awesome one is here too.
Steve's not coming back. Apparently, I don't know if he's having internet issues, but
he was.
I just saw his thing in the
So, but anyway,
dude, hey man, like not to be all too much into myself because I am a sexy motherfucker. I'm having a great hair day. Look at this. This is nice, right? It's like, no.
Yeah. Do you use jizz in your hair?
I use.
I'm sorry. I mean product.
Close. I use pomade. Or as you called it, product. I use pomade.
Product. We'll just go product and wink surreptitiously.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I use product in my hair.
No, but hey, man.
It's like that scene from
look at this.
With oh fuck.
Look at that.
The
I
Coen
couldn't do
brothers.
this.
I mean,
I couldn't do this on purpose if I wanted to.
What about Mary?
What about Mary?
Yeah. It's something about Mary.
Like she doesn't know it's jizz, and she puts it in her hair.
Yeah, she puts it in her hair. Yeah, I got the joke, bro. But like, look at that. That looks good. I couldn't do this again on purpose if I tried. That right there.
It's very good.
Best swoop ever.
So we've got, she's with ATF and she's investigating the biker thing. She's trying to keep them from looking at Manfredi. By the time they fuck the third time, they're kind of boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah, well, I mean,
whether
even
she
though
likes
I was
it or not.
kind of pissed. I don't want to spoil anything. Anna, cover yours because I don't know. When she fucked that other dude, that was to
try to get over. She was trying to get over him. That's what that is.
And then she fucked Stallone again. And then, like, dude, I want to talk about the last episode. Like, fuck her. Fuck her.
Well, wait.
Oh my god.
Let's get to this because there's this big buildup that there comes a moment. And I really think it kind of happens too quickly in the final episode. The final showdown between Stallone and everything should have been more of a buildup in that final episode. I felt like we needed one more episode.
I was doing what Zach's asked me to.
We needed one more episode is what we needed. We needed 10 episodes for that to have worked out better. But I understand what Stallone was doing is he wanted to do a wrap up just in case they didn't get renewed.
Yeah,
so
but like it's a genius wrap up, like I said earlier, because it's a cliffhanger, but it could also be
It's a cliffhanger within an ending. It's an actual ending with a cliffhanger within it, and that's okay. Yeah, it's because the characters are like, "What's going to happen next?" You have to ask that.
Really
but
good
we got
writing.
an answer because we do know what happens. So anyway, they've been investigating this motorcycle gang. Stallone has problems with them, and they end up beating the shit out of his guys. He's like, "Fuck that shit," especially his driver. He got fucked up. He's like, "We're gonna go get these guys."
Because that kid can't fight.
He got. I mean, they were kind of like. I guess this is where you were like earlier. You were talking about the writing, like kind of like foreshadowing, kind of too much. I thought he was gonna die. The fact he only got shot, you know what I mean, like fucked up or whatever. Or you know what I mean.
He only got fucked up.
Yeah.
So we get this build up to this thing happening because they confront him the first time they sell at the event. Okay. And
no, look at the comment. Come on. Give it respect.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. So basically they get into this confrontation, but the bikers back off and they go to tell their boss, and the boss is like, "Why didn't you fuck them up then?" So those two guys, they get fucked up by the rest of the bikers for not doing
do you know
what
why?
Do.
No, the bitch who's a mole is the one that precipitated that.
Yeah.
Because remember, he looks at her and she's the one that's like, fuck him up. You know what I'm talking about, right? You remember
Yeah.
that? Yeah, yeah. But she ends up being, and we don't know this at the time. I hope I'm not spoiling anything. I think it's in the first
Well, I'm
episode.
trying not to go too far into the weeds and just get to the basics of what's going on here.
Sorry,
so
man,
we can
I've
move
seen the
forward
whole
because we got a
thing.
half
Yeah,
hour. We have
yeah, okay.
30 minutes to finish this fucking show.
Mhm.
So we basically get attacked. The bikers go back to their boss to report, and the bikers like, the boss is supposed to, you should have fucked them up right then and there. So they fuck those two guys up, and then they go back for the next event and beat the shit out of him. And then he goes back. He sees Stallone the next morning.
We lost
And yep, he sees Stallone next morning. He goes, "What happened to you?" You know, and he explains, and this shit will not stand because he will not tolerate shit like this.
No, it's not
Challenges. He won't do it. He's alpha dog.
God, man,
So
you
he
totally skipped the part where he bought the horse.
good.
'Cause that's in
No,
episode 3.
He did. No,
Yes, it is.
no, that's 6 or 7.
No, it's okay. Never mind. It is in episode 3. I have my notes, but that's fine. Because he meets the chick that owns the horse ranch in episode 3, and plants the seeds. Okay, wow,
This is
Gary's
weeds.
face. Sorry,
You're getting us into fucking weeds.
I did not smoke. I am honoring.
I
your
know,
thing.
but
Look,
I'm trying to keep
my
us
bong
from. We've got
is
30 minutes to wrap this show up, and I don't want to talk about this anymore, dude.
okay.
So anyway, Stallone's not going to tolerate his guy getting his ass beat. This is where the dad gets involved, and he shows up at the bar, and he's like, the friend of my enemy is my friend. So he's going to go along and defend his son because he knows his son got fucked up. He saw it. So
I
is
feel like there was kind of a
interesting-
mutual respect thing between Stallone
Kind
and the
of.
dad.
There's a disdain, disrespect, but at the
But-
same time, kind of respect. I'm not going
Yeah.
to say it's real respect
No.
because the dad doesn't like Stallone.
I
Stallone
get it,
doesn't
but
like
I
the dad.
loved that there was so much going. I love that
Because
moment.
Stallone is, again, weeds. So basically, they go and they're going to do their confrontation with these bikers, and ass beating happens, and it leads to the bikers wanting to do a talk, and so they use the woman again to do the talk. And but wait, is this before the dude gets shot? The other biker dude, the fat guy, her boyfriend. Because I know that was important too, because the biker tells him to go scare the shit out of him. And so he goes to the bar, fires some shots through the bar window. He should have just left, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He stood there, kept firing. And so they walked around the building and fucking blow him away, kill him. And they dispose of his body. And then a powwow, I think that's when the powwow happens. And Stallone's like, there's no negotiating here. Fuck you. Because the biker's like, if you just shown some manners. And he goes, fuck you. I'm not going to show any manners. This is my business, and I don't give a shit what you're doing. And you shouldn't give a shit what I'm doing. And so he leaves. And so now we're having this buildup where there's conflict between the biker gang and Stallone. And it's going to escalate. It's going to escalate. And with her boyfriend dead, the girl's in a panic. She also works at the ranch with the little Italian dude who we've not even talked about that used to be friends and knew Stallone, just happens to live in the same fucking town that he gets sent to. So he thinks that because he fled the mafia that Stallone's there to kill him.
Manny.
Yeah. And he goes
after him.
He's the little Italian actor that a lot of people remember as a kid. He was Doogie Howser's best friend on Doogie Howser back in the day. And now he's an adult. He's playing a part of this mobster that worked with Stallone. When Stallone got sent to prison, he fled the mob. He was terrified of what was happening. He was scared of these new dudes that were taking over. They were scary. And so he's been hiding out in Tulsa, Oklahoma, working on this ranch, married with children. He sees Stallone and he thinks he's here to kill me. And so he proceeds to do one of the other funniest moments in the fucking show. As Stallone is trying to get his driver's license, so he can also drive.
That scene was funny as fuck.
And open a bank account and have a driver's license so he can open a bank account.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have a license. It's expired 25 years ago, so he can't open a bank account. He's in the car with the guy, grading him. And all of a sudden, this car pulls up next to him. And masked dude inside in an absolute fucking hilarious panic is like, oh, he's got the gun, mask on. All he can see is the eyes of his mouth, but he can see he's in a panic. Yeah. And Stallone goes, get out, and he fires into the car and then just fucking drives off in a panic trying to get away from him. Stallone's like in chase, and he's chasing him through the streets of Tulsa.
And the driver doesn't know what's happening.
And the driving instructor's like, pull over. Oh my God, I'm so bloody. Because he smashed. It's so fucking funny. And then, you know, finally they come to a stop. The other car goes away, gets away, but he gets a partial plate. And during that scene is one of the other funny moments because the driving instructor is like, I might die, I'm bloody. And he goes, you're not going to die. If you're dying, you'd be dead. So he reaches in and just starts dabbing his fingers into his blood and writing the partial plate on the windshield. Yeah. So fucking funny.
Cops I was like, ew, what's he doing? And the driving instructor asks him too. And he's like, got a partial plate.
Yeah, cops show up and he's like, say nothing happened. Nothing. So he just sits there and plays stupid with him. And then a guy that's kind of a lawyer gets him out, you know. Fuck, man, it's so fucking good. The character is so good. He finds out who this guy is. He plays detective, goes to find out who this guy is. This is another subplot within the show. And eventually he tracks him down to his little fucking ranch house that he lives in the suburbs, where his neighbor lets his dog shit in his yard. Yeah, and he's basically no longer an alpha guy. You know, he's a beta guy, you know, and his wife runs the show. He's so happy, got his kids, but this neighbor dog shits in his yard.
His wife knows nothing about his past.
And he's getting so irritated with it. He's got to clean this poop up. And the second time he has to clean the poop up is when Stallone sneaks up behind him, grabs him, takes him in the house by gunpoint. And he goes, who put a hit out of me? Did Nikki put a hit out of me? He goes, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. They always talk with their hands. Tell me what you want to know. I'll tell you the answer. You know, and finally, it comes to the point where he admits, I thought you were here to kill me. Stallone's like, you got any sugar for your coffee? He's like, no, we got that fucking guava shit. And I'm like, oh, that stuff is just chock full of sugar. It's really bad for you. And people are like, oh, no, it's good for you. No, it's not. It's more sugar than sugar. And it is just so chock full of sugar. And but anyway, so that's another character that comes onto his team. So he joins them in that big fight with the bikers. And that's a good fight scene. That's really good. Everybody gets their licks in.
I thought it was agave. Isn't that what they put in?
Agave. That's it. Agave. Yeah. And so basically we get to the point where the fight's over with. The bikers are the enemy of him and vice versa. And we're going to have a build up to a showdown between them. That's what's going to end up happening. And I'm glad.
Christ, Anima. I cannot wait till you see the finale.
The finale.
Oh, God.
And so in the last 20 minutes
I watched
here.
the whole thing, but then my Wi-Fi died and we had to end last night. I did only get in 4.
Yeah. Dude. And we're going to finish it right after the show. I actually want to finish it. I don't want to wait.
Okay.
And we'll watch Terminalist tomorrow. I love this fucking show because you have such interesting characters in this show. They're fascinating characters.
Dude, we haven't talked enough about Tron Boy. He's fucking great.
He's one of the best characters in the show. Owns the fucking bar.
Him. You know.
Now he becomes full-fledged partners with Stallone's character by the end. And they revamp the
dude,
let's get to the shootout. I want to get to the shootout because all this buildup of the relationship between him and the Fed. She's angry at him because he's killed people. She knows he's killed people, and she has a confrontation with him on the street. And
is this where she gets shot at?
Yeah, during the confrontation, the bikers show up. The main one and another dude, and they have a shootout with her, shooting at her. They're there for her, not for him.
Dude, no, I think that's episode 8. I think that's episode 8.
Well, I got to rush. We've got minutes left.
Sorry.
I got to get through this.
We're not on KGRA yet. We can go long. I mean, you can.
No, we need to train this.
No, I'm not going more than 2 hours, dude. I got other work.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's all right. I got deadlines. I got to finish a cover today. So we've got
we still
that confrontation on the street when they pull up. Okay, it's a great scene. They open fire on her, then he pulls out his gun, he's shooting with her, she gets nailed in the gut, and he takes out one dude, and the other guy, the main bad guy, gets away.
Dude,
And now it's down to this is it. We know this is going to be the finale. You know,
Here's the
between
thing,
these
man.
characters.
I got to say this, please. He did everything right. He was chivalrous. He did everything he could. And I know Anna hasn't seen it, so I'm going to be vague. But the way she does him at the end.
I don't want to get into that yet.
Okay. Sorry.
So, she's knocked down, injured, wounded, and all he cares about is her. And he runs to her side. There's also this romantic thing going on between him and the chick that owns the ranch too.
The ranch,
Yeah.
I don't know if anything's going to happen there because the connection is between him and that ATF agent.
Well,
And
I don't think anymore after the end of the show. Like, dude, like
no,
he's
I
a
think that
fucking idiot
no,
if-
I know what I would do. I know what I do as a writer.
Okay.
And
No,
there
we can
is-
save that for later.
There is
'cause,
grace to be saved with her character.
I don't know,
her
man.
hand is forced.
Oh, hey,
Her hand
thank
is
you,
forced.
Eastland. I appreciate that. Did you see that? See that comment?
Yeah, I know that was funny. That's nobody takes cover. They just stand in the middle of the sidewalk and just keep shooting. Bullets coming at you.
No, I was talking about the great
no
hair
body
comment.
armor, and
That's fine.
no, that's the comment I paid attention to because it's a good comment. But anyway, so she's in the hospital now, and things are coming to a head. And he feels bad that she's in the hospital because he feels partly to blame for it. And so she's fired because now it's known that she was in his company when it happened. He's a fucking convicted mobster and absolutely it's ruining her fucking life. And as innocent as he was trying to be, it's ruining her fucking career. And her career is over. And so she's in the hospital.
He tried to do right by her, and you and I talked about this.
And he's trying to, and he goes to the hospital to show how he cares about her, and he wants to make it up to her. And so, in the end, what ends up happening is the final showdown. They rush it, really, to be honest with you. They rush the ending. The big showdown happens at the bar. The biker and the remnants of his fucking gang show up, and Stallone and his guys kill them all. Some get wounded and hurt. In the process, but there's a cool scene. He kills that fucking Irish cocksucker.
Finally,
biker gang.
That's good to know.
What an asshole! Because he's a murderer. He killed that girl. Choked her to death. What a horrible way to kill somebody. Strangled her to death. The informant, and that's why she's fucking the ATF. She actually cared about her. She shouldn't have sent her back in, but she sent her back in because she did. She dies, and so she feels guilty, and that's why she does what she does. So now, out of remorse, Stallone robbed that fucking Irish prick of about $1 billion or maybe more. It's a lot of fucking money, and does it under the nose of the FBI because his guy hacks the computer and takes the money right while the FBI are sitting there looking at the shit, going, "Hey, where'd the money go?" And then they cut to the Irishman before the big fight because that's what leads to the big fight. Is he's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" Because his money is gone. It's zero in the bank, offshore account. So in the end, he takes $1 million of that and gives it to the federal agent, putting all the information on a thumb drive, and in the process, hands it to his guy, and his guy puts it in the envelope and then takes it to her. So fingerprints are on it. And in the end, she's given a chance to get her job back. And the only way is she's got to give the FBI something. So what she gives is we get about, what is it? Was it 4 weeks later? I think it says 4 weeks later, a few weeks later.
Don't ask me. I haven't seen it yet.
You're fucking spoiling it for Anima.
I'll see you guys.
No, stay.